Hey guys, what's up? Darcy here at 6 Strings 9 Lives, back for a CD vinyl update. I have 6 CDs and 3 vinyl here to show you. I think it was about a couple of weeks back, probably more like 3 weeks back, I saw there is a pre-order for Vicious Rumors, brand new album. So I jumped on that. It should be here this week. Haven't got that yet. And believe it or not, that's a band that has passed me by, and I'm really looking forward to checking out their new album. It seems like a lot of these bands are putting out great material. And speaking of, another one I also jumped on at about the same time. The release date was I think a week or two sooner than Vicious Rumors. And this band I really didn't know a lot about, only that a lot of people in the vinyl community and music community have been showing the album In Search of Sanity, which is, the band is Onslaught. I've seen that album several times, shown probably 5 or 6 at least, maybe even more than that. So that's the album. I think that's probably their 3rd album, and that's the only one to feature Steve Grimmett on vocals. So I thought, I really need to check out Onslaught and their new album. I thought, why not start with their newest album? And I picked this up. It is called Generation Antichrist. It's brand new, 2020 release on AFM Records. And this thing, along comes an album every once in a while. There's plenty of good albums, don't get me wrong, but along comes an album that absolutely blows you away from the get-go. And this is one of those albums. It's a brand new 2020 release. I can already see this. It's going to be in my top 10. It's that good. This is with brand new vocalist Dave Garnett. So I don't know a lot about Onslaught other than, like I've already mentioned, the album with Steve Grimmett, and now this new one. Nice gatefold here. There's the CD. And AFM, they just do a great job. These digipacks I don't mind them a bit. Here's the booklet. If you want, go check out the song Bow Down to the Clowns. It was, I think, the first single. If not, it was the second, and the first would have been Religious Suicide. Just a relentless album, absolutely start to finish. It is the perfect length. It is 38 minutes long. These guys are a British thrash band that, how I missed out, I'm not sure, but I am going to backtrack a bit. I'd like to get I was looking at picking up their 6th album called 6, and it's got that cool video on there for 666. Pretty title, that's for sure. But anyways, I'm going to check out that album next, and I would sure like to pick up In Search for Sanity. I think that's what it's called. So anyways, I said this is their first album with Dave Garnett on vocals. Their previous vocalist name was Cy Keeler. I don't know a lot about him, but I have went back and listened to a few earlier Onslaught, and it's good stuff. So I'm definitely going to check into some more. So go pick this up. You will see this high on some people's lists by the end of the year. I promise you. Great album. I saw this one on Amazon drop down to, I think $24 or $26 on vinyl. It's the 10th overall studio album by Anthrax. Their big reunion, or big, return of Joey Belladonna on vocals. So I thought for that price, I'm going to pick this up. This is Worship Music. Megaforce Records, 2012. Really cool artwork. Really like this. It's not too glossy. Kind of not a matte finish, but not super glossy. Gatefold. This is a good album. It's probably not my go-to for Anthrax. When I'm in the mood for Anthrax, I always find myself spreading the disease, or Among the Living, or State of Euphoria, to be honest. I sometimes will also grab Persistence of Time. I have that new 30th anniversary reissue on order. It should be here probably tomorrow, I would say, or around there. I'm looking forward to checking out that. I did treat myself to the vinyl version of that. Let me show you the vinyl in this. There is no insert. Basically, all the lyrics and all the artwork are in the middle here. But you know, I really do enjoy Anthrax, and their last album was really good. I'm hoping, you know, and like I said, this is not one of my go-to Anthrax, but not a bad album at all. It comes on kind of orange. Well, it is orange vinyl. Centering the same on both, but you know, this album has some really awesome tracks. I really enjoy Earth on Hell, The Devil You Know. My favorite song on here is I'm Alive. The Giant is a really good song. The song Judas Priest, and the final song Revolution Screams is a killer track. But I do really enjoy this one, but I'd like to see something, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I like to see a little bit more from Anthrax. Their last album, For All Kings, was a good album. It didn't blow me away, but it was a good album. Let's just say that. Next up, I picked up a couple of used CDs. First up, here's a band that I loved in the 80s. Their first album, Breaking the Chains, really good album. But for Dokken, where it's really at for me is Tooth and Nail, Under Lock and Key, and Back for the Attack. And then their live album, Beast from the East. That's kind of really where it's at for me. Those 3 studio albums and the live album. And honestly, that's kind of where it ended. Back for the Attack came out in 1987. Their next album didn't come out till 8 years later, 1995. So I picked this up used, never heard it before. I don't think I even heard a song. So this would be their 5th studio album, Dysfunctional. Fitting title, because honestly, this is not good. It is, the purpose this album is going to serve in my collection is dividing the last of the D's and whatever comes first in E's on my shelf, because I probably won't spin this again. Maybe I should, though. I should give it at least one more listen or so, but it's not a good album in my opinion. You know, let me know what you think of this, but I really enjoy the earlier Dokken, and from what I hear, there is really good albums after this, and I won't discard those until I've heard them. But I've heard really good things about, you know, albums like Erase the Slate and Lightning Strikes Again, I think it's called. I'm definitely still going to check those out, but this in a ranking so far would come in last. But you know, I don't want to bash the shit out of this, but it's yeah, it's different. It's just not, I don't know, it's lacking something. Next up in the used department, an EP that I didn't have in the collection. I do on cassette, but never had it on CD. That's Dio Intermission. So basically, this was an intermission between Sacred Heart and Dream Evil. Aboard, here comes Craig Goldie taking over for Vivian Campbell. So this is mostly all live stuff. We have King of Rock and Roll, Rainbow in the Dark. There is the first studio track, and I believe that's a studio track. The first song to feature Craig Goldie on guitar, Time to Burn. Really good track also. And a really cool medley of Long Live Rock and Roll, Man on a Silver Mountain. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. And well, Rock and Roll Children. And then it finishes up with We Rock. So yeah, good to get this used for $8. So pretty cool. Next up, let's go with, okay, I pre-ordered, I'm a huge King Diamond fan. I'm sure if you watch this channel, you know that. I pre-ordered all 5 of the King Diamond reissues from Metal Blade here in 2020. I received 3 of them. I did pre-order them all from Amazon, and for whatever reason, it was taking forever for the album Them and Conspiracy. They kept giving me emails. We're having trouble getting this. There's a delay, blah, blah, blah. So I decided just to order directly from Metal Blade, which I should have did in the first place. Lesson learned. But anyways, I finally got these in the collection. Very happy. Like I said, I'm a huge King Diamond fan. So here's King Diamond's 3rd album, Them. the first part of this story that continues into the album Conspiracy. Awesome album. Here's the back cover. You know, if you're a King Diamond fan, you know this album, you know these, you definitely know both these albums. This one comes on, we'll pull out the inner first. So we got a cool inner right here. Got a letter here. Oh, cool. Okay. And then just the lineup. All the lyrics are on this side. Each one of these Metal Blade reissues comes with a download card. Basically just the size of a CD cover. Very cool. So there it is. I usually just throw those on my phone so I have them. And this one came on a white and blue haze. So side A is, majority of it's white, but there is the blue haze right there. Not much of a blue haze, but still pretty cool. I don't really care what color I got it, just as long as I get these in the collection. And the other side is just white. So whatever, like I said, just happy to have this in the collection. You know, those first 5 King Diamond albums, I just love them. And there's lots of other great King Diamond albums also, but those first 5 that they're reissuing on Metal Blade are, like I said, I've had them for years on CD. And next is an album that I absolutely love. This is my second favorite King Diamond album, but easily could be bumped up to #1 any given day. This is the part 2 of the story of them. This is Conspiracy. Always love this artwork from the day this album came out, and I picked it up on cassette back in 1989. But just so happy to have this on vinyl. So Them was the last to feature Mickey D as a full-time member of King Diamond. On this album, he still does the drumming, but more as a session musician. And then, you know, he went on to join Motorhead, you know, shortly after that. Anyways, what an album this is, top to bottom. And I honestly think this is a real step up from Them. Production-wise, it's a little fatter sounding, strong. The songs are stronger in my opinion. But great album. So there's a little explanation of what's going on, you know, where King's been institutionalized and all this, and continuation of the story. So really nice inner. Lyrics on the other side. Download card. And this one I got clear with red splatter. I don't know what the other choices were. I don't remember. My Amazon order, I actually did not cancel that. So if they do show up, I'll have another copy of Them and Conspiracy. Maybe use those for a giveaway or something. I'm sure somebody would like to have some King Diamond in their collection. But here it is, and it is really super clear for sure. You can see me right through it. And just red splatter, they call this red clear splatter. There's the center ring. So yeah, now I do have all five of the first King Diamond albums. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So Fatal Portrait, Abigail, and The Eye. You know, if you guys are newer, if anybody out there is newer to King Diamond, whoops. If you're newer to King Diamond, go check those albums out. They're fantastic. And really looking forward to a new one from King Diamond. Okay, where are we here? 13, 14 minutes. We're doing okay on time. Now, I finally picked this up, and Bev over at ClarkoVision, you are going to be happy because I did not let you down. I did not want to piss you off and say I was going to pick this up and not pick it up, but here it is. This is Running Wild's second album from 1985 called Branded and Exiled. So now I have the first 9 of these reissues of Running Wild on CD, the BMG. Great job they do with these. Really happy to have them. Again, nice digipack with a booklet here. Let me just show you that. So I have heard a few songs from this because I had the Noise BMG compilation of Running Wild. That's actually how I got my start with Running Wild. And there is several of those noise compilations, which plenty of people have shown them. A super way to get started on any band of the noise years, whatever. Here's the booklet. Some nice band shot there. Probably have some. The cool thing about these, they always have cool little write-ups. It's like reading like a little, a mini story. And a lot of what was going on behind the scenes and lineup changes, things like that. And there's the track listing. I guess there is no lyrics, but anyways, there's the what do you call it? Well, the thing that does the branding, branded and exiled, pretty cool. And to wrap up this episode, I picked up a couple of recommendations. I had asked about the band Riot, and I picked up 2 more. I already picked up Thundersteel, awesome album, very happy to have it. And I also picked up The Privilege of Power. This is Riot's 7th overall studio album from 1990. Second to feature Tony Moore on vocals. Not too pumped about these. I did not know that's how they were coming, but these are reissues, but they're on these digi sleeves. They're very well done, except they're, I would rather have some sort of holder for the CD instead of, just slipping it in there like that. Hate to get it scratched up, but, they kind of make this like a mini gatefold album. There's the back. Really good album. I really enjoy this. This is basically a continuation of Thundersteel. Great songs. I think this is almost like a bit of a concept album. Before each song is some, it's like it's a TV playing a little bit of a snippet. Maybe it has something to do with the front cover. And then straight into the song. But I listened to this about 4 times already. Metal Soldiers, great song. Dance of Death. Storming the Gates of Hell, really good song. Black Leather and, actually Marianne, that's a really good song too. Black Leather and Glittering Steel. Really cool. 7th studio album by Riot. Thank you very much for the recommendation. I ordered this one, and I thought, honestly, I thought I was ordering a different one, and maybe I ordered this one by mistake. I thought I was ordering the one that was called Immortal Soul, which would have been the last one to feature Mark Riel on guitar, and the return of Tony Moore on vocals, which would have been his 3rd album he was on. But this is the one I ordered, I guess by accident. This one is called Sons of Society. This is Riot's 11th overall studio album from 1999. You know what? It's not bad. It's it doesn't, it's missing something, but it's not a terrible album whatsoever. I've only spun it twice, so maybe it still needs to grow on me a bit. So this is the 4th album with Mike DeMeo on vocals. And the first one that I have, I've never heard Mike on any albums yet, so was really pumped to start listening to this one. So it's another one of those Metal Blade. I had the hype sticker here, the same hype sticker on both of them. So we got 40 Years of Riot enhanced reissue series of their album. And each one of these does have a booklet, which turns into a poster too. I should have showed you that. So yeah, just like a mini album, gatefold. There's the band shot in the back. And then let me pull this all out for you. Lyrics on one side. And then there we go. Shot of the band on that one. And same with Privilege of Power. Yeah, great recommendations. Nobody actually, no one recommended Sons of Society. Maybe it's one of their weaker albums. I really don't know. There's probably some really killer albums that I haven't heard yet with Mike on vocals. I'm definitely not done with Riot. I really enjoy, how many vocalists have they had here? They've had 1, 2, 3, 5 or 6 vocalists, and I really enjoy every one of them so far. And there's this side, and there is the lyrics for Privilege of Power. So glad to pick up some more Riot. And that looks like about it for this update. Definitely go check this out. Go YouTube, Bow Down to the Clowns. Oh man, anything. Empire's Fall, what a song that is. And the last song, A Perfect Day to Die. Onslaught's brand new album, 2020 release. But that's it for today, and until next time, stay heavy.